Call them the comeback kids. I'm catching up with some masters of reinvention. What's up? I'm Nessa and welcome to Talk Stoop. We loved Mindy Kaling on The Office, The Mindy Project, and a ton of movies. Now she's bringing us laughs on her latest project, Champions. Mindy and her co-star J.J. Totah joined us right here on The Stoop.
Priya?
Michael, this is your father.
What?
How's Champions going? Great reviews from fans. Did you expect it to be this powerful where people are talking about it all the time?
I certainly hoped for it to be.
Right.
And then when we were casting it and then we found this kid, I was like, oh, I think people are gonna like it.
You were the sweetest little boy until you saw Bernadette Peters sing Send in the Clowns on PBS. And you've complained every day since that you needed to live in New York City.
Isn't it rich?
So how is it to have Mindy as your mom?
You said mom so regal, I was taken aback. It is so much fun. You know, Mindy's done so much in the comedy world, from The Office to her own show, Mindy Project, and to get to be in one of her little creations is so exciting, and we have a lot of fun together.
I made him say that. I am his employer.
I got it verbatim.
And
I got it verbatim.
Got it right.
Thank
you
you so
memorized
much.
it correctly.
God, I was sweating.
Yeah.
How's that working with JJ?
I had always been worried about child actors. I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes they have bad reputation.
Yes, no,
kind of unfairly
yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But he is wonderful. And he is so poised and sophisticated, so funny. And he also has to do our show and also go to school. So it's like he has much more work than all the other actors.
I know, but I graduate in May.
Oh my
it's
gosh,
really
yay!
exciting. So
Graduation
yes.
presents.
Yes, this is the gift.
That's
Getting
how I was
beyond
look-
the stoop.
Hey, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I was looking
Very
at you.
exciting.
Has Mindy taught you anything or given you some advice that, you know you're going to use it for the rest of your life?
I think that you never wanted to change me in any way or any choice that I've made, and you've supported me and have been so grateful to have you
I
create
feel
such
like
an
I'm
awesome role
dying
for me.
He has to come and say this to me on my deathbed. That's very sweet. That's very
No,
nice.
but yeah, no,
You're
she's
very
super.
nice.
She's so accepting and
you.
so sweet, and has never once said hey, change it, kid, or I don't know. You know what I mean?
I would do it if he wasn't doing it exactly wonderfully.
And
but
see,
yeah.
that's the kind of things that she says that I'm just like, this is life changing.
You know, people are very excited for you, happy for you, and just the success and being so talented, not just acting, but writing and executive producing. What made you want to come up with this concept?
You know, after coming off of the Mindy Project, where it was a completely different kind of show than this show with the female lead, obviously, that I was in, I was really excited to do a show about a family, and I missed working at The Office, which was a really funny workplace show, so I thought of doing a workplace show that also had some family elements to it. And honestly, I love writing for characters with big personalities who defy your expectations about them, particularly for their race, and for the character that JJ plays for his sexuality. And I just wanted to do a show about a young gay character where he was not get a hard time because he was gay. I feel like I've seen that character before, and I just wanted it to be part of his life, but not part of his problem.
I feel compelled to reveal something to you. I'm gay.
It's not that difficult to tell that you're gay.
Yeah, I could tell from the way that you talk.
Now, you wrote an article last year on Pop Sugar where you were talking about being yourself, being proud to love yourself. That a lot of people enjoyed that article. Why was it so important for you to share your perspective?
I definitely have had a lot of hard times just being different in so many aspects of my life, and I just wanted to write an article that made other people hopefully not feel as alone as I felt, and I feel like reading other people's stories made me feel better. So the fact that I got the opportunity to share mine, and it's not over, it's just beginning. I just hope someone else is like, oh, I'm different too, or I'm questioning this, or I'm like that, and then they're like,
If the article was so
less
good,
sad.
I wanted to come out. I was like, should I come out
And
too?
you can,
And I
Mindy,
can.
right here on the stoop.
Right
This
here.
is happening right now.
We're all just
Mindy is coming out
Yeah.
as a multi-talented mogul.
Yo.
I appreciate
I'm
her.
literally sipping tea right now.
Same here. I love this.
Thank you guys for stopping by the stoop.
Thank you.
Of course. Up next, Josh Radnor. Be right back. Welcome back. Josh Radnor spent 9 years on How I Met Your Mother. After a short hiatus, he's planting his roots on NBC's Rise. You made it, Josh. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so how incredible is it to be working with Rosie Perez on Rise? I love Rosie, by the way.
It's the best. You talked to her earlier,
well,
right?
Not before, and I just love Rosie. Like she's
the
just
best.
an icon. Yeah.
She's the best. I'm taking over the theater department.
Now, playing a teacher on Rise, how's that been for you? I mean, does it bring back good memories from high school?
Yeah, it brings back all of the memories, you know. Some of them are good, some of them are not so good. But I have a lot of teachers in my family.
Oh.
Yeah, my mom was a teacher, one of my sisters is a teacher. My father was a lawyer but taught at Ohio State Law School. So it felt natural to be up in front of a classroom writing on a chalkboard. That didn't feel super weird.
I feel like I would be terrified to be in high school right now with social media. I feel like
it's a whole different thing now.
I feel like I got out perfect time.
Me too. And even like not having cell phones, like we had to, I don't know how we tracked each other down. I knew a lot of landline numbers.
Isn't it weird? I couldn't even tell you one phone number.
Still remember though? Do you still remember your friends' numbers from high school?
Oh my gosh, I don't.
Oh, I have.
Do you?
Well, I have a bunch of numbers that are
just like stored.
231-2918 was my friend Bram.
Yeah,
like
so awesome.
Yeah.
Do you still keep in touch with any of your old?
I'm in touch with Bram. I'm in touch with. I actually have a lot of high school friends. I have a band with my friend Ben Lee called Radnor and Lee. So I've actually been in touch with a lot of them.
Are you going to put out an album?
We did put out an album in November.
It's called are you guys working on a new one?
We're working on our second record, which will be we're going to record in May and June. When we get back from our Australian tour, it's no big deal.
Yeah, just catch us on tour. It's fine. Oh my gosh, you're gonna be out here, and there's gonna be groupies running after you.
You know.
Oh my God, you're gonna be a rock star. You're changing on us.
You think? It's so funny. I always think like I started a band in my 40s.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're supposed to do that when you're a teenager. Don't do that in your 40s. But I did it anyway.
Who are some musicians you would love to work with?
Worked with how? In what capacity?
In any capacity that you want. If you had a wish list and you wanted to get in the studio with them.
Oh man. I met Patti Smith, who's a hero of mine when I was shooting Rise. So there's a lot of people that I admire from a distance, but you know, you never know who's gonna float across your radar.
Have you had another starstruck moment and this person was, I don't know, childhood idol?
I did meet Obama.
Okay, so you're done.
And he told me that, I don't know which daughter had been watching How I Met Your Mother.
Oh my gosh.
But he said that one of them, and I said, she's too young to watch. He said, that's what I tell her mother.
Oh my God, that's so cool though. Were
Yeah.
you flattered like, oh my gosh, this is crazy?
Yeah.
What's the ultimate role that you would love to have?
I'd love to play like a really complicated villain. But I think like if you'd asked me a year ago, I wouldn't have said Rise, but I'm so happy that I'm doing this role. So I kind of have to take them as they come, and a lot of times when you say yes to them, you realize why you needed to play it for not just professional reasons, but something about the part resonated. You know, you needed to explore something.
Is that what you feel at working on Rise?
I think that, and this is not, I love doing How I Met Your Mother, and I wouldn't be here without it, but I spent 9 years on that show, and it was a very specific thing. So when I was looking for roles post that, you know, I was avoiding single guys looking for love in a big city. Like I passed on all those parts because I figured I did it. At a certain point, I felt like on How I Met Your Mother, I was like, I'm older than this guy, and I don't behave like this, you know. But I still had to do it. But with Rise, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm someone who has just some miles in the saddle. I didn't feel like a wide-eyed young character. I felt like a man that I got to play more my age. And there's something about that feels really nice to me.
And then now you're going back on the road and you're going to be a rock star at the same time, which is...
Yeah, it's hard to balance
it's crazy.
all of them.
Like,
it's hard to balance rock stardom and TV stardom. I'm being a jerk. Don't, please, get that. Yeah.
Thanks so much for hanging out on the Stoop,
it was good to
Josh.
talk to you.
I appreciate it,
Yeah.
for sure.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
Come by anytime.
All right.
Stick around. Michael K. Williams is joining me right here after the break.
Accommodations for Talk Stoop are furnished by 135 West 52nd. These exclusive private condominiums feature 1 to 4 bedroom residences, duplexes, and triplex penthouses. Luxurious finishes and amenities await in this 12,000 square foot private lounge, ideal for relaxing and entertaining alike. Recharge in the 75-foot long custom mosaic tiled pool. This is elevated living at its finest. Available for immediate occupancy. To learn more, visit 135west52nd.com.
Welcome back. You're watching Talk Stoop. Michael K. Williams has been a presence on TV for years, from playing notorious Baltimore bad boy Omar Little to a savvy gangster on Boardwalk Empire. He stopped by to talk about his latest role as a gay Vietnam vet on Hap and Leonard. Season 3, Hap and Leonard, here we go. What's happening? How you feeling?
Oh man, Hap and Leonard, I mean, these guys, they've been through it all. You know, we're dealing with the issue of race in this country, in America, and in the South primarily, and it's dark and it's ugly, and it's unfortunately it's timely. So that's the world that we find Hap and Leonard in this year.
Where you boys headed?
Grovetown.
With him?
Was it uncomfortable to dive into this, and because it is emotional?
I feel grateful to have a platform to tell these types of stories, because we need to talk about it. And until we recognize it and talk about it, we can't move on from it. Like, what Jay said, you can't heal what you never reveal. And I'm glad that, it's out there now. We can't dispute it anymore. So the next thing to do is to deal with it, and to move on from it. So that's where I'm at with it right now.
Do you get flack for playing a gay man? Because, when you played on The Wire as Omar, were people judging you?
There are some people out there that probably, have an issue with the characters that I pick, but, anybody knows me and knows that, I have, gay people have been in my life my entire life. I was raised by a gay woman in the streets of Brooklyn, shout out to Robin Henry. I more so, I get from the gay community, a certain admiration for breaking stereotypes, seeing, gay men as being soft or feminine, not saying there's anything wrong with that either, but that's not the whole gamut in the gay community. Right. So, I more so get, props for that, per se.
And you also work with the ACLU.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not just about all the roles that you play, but you're very active with trying to find solutions and trying to make this world a better place. How's that going? And trying to end mass incarceration, which is the ongoing fight forever.
You said the key word in that whole sentence, and it's solutions. And it's really simple. Pick something, like just, get up, just, find something that you can't live with seeing broken, and make a effort to fix that. And just everybody pick something, because there's a lot of things out there that are broken. And I'm at a point in my life where I have a voice, and I looked at my personal life coming up in the hood, and what has affected me, and what has challenged me as a man coming up in East Flatbush, Brooklyn. And I've decided to make a difference in my community, working with at-risk youth, working with kids that, would be deemed, unfixable, or menace to society, because I was once that kid. I was on drugs. I was out there, in the 80s, and I was once the kid that nobody thought would make it. So, I decided to use my platform to be a beacon of light for kids who are a little lost, like I was.
Before acting, you wanted to be a dancer.
Yeah.
And inspired by Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation, which by the way still goes till now.
Yes.
And I saw your post talking about why it inspired you so much is because you were in a dark place.
Janet's Rhythm Nation video, it changed my life. It was, I saw myself, there was Tyrone Turner in this dark, factory, lost, couldn't find the way out, and here's Janet in there telling him it's all right, embrace it, be who you are, and just, and be strong. And the message was just about where we are today, ending, it sounds cliche, but, ending color lines, live and let live, not judging people. We're the same because we're different.
Right.
And we should embrace that. That's what this country was built on. And to me, that's what the song spoke to, embracing your power, embracing whatever it is that you are, and using that. And I don't know, it kind of got me on my quest to be where I'm at today.
Okay, what are 3 signs that let you know that somebody's from Brooklyn and not another borough?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, 1.
I'm from. When they say I'm from, not I'm from. I'm from.
I'm from.
And pizza snobs, man. We're pizza snobs. If you catch a person with Domino's pizza in their hand, they are not from Brooklyn. We don't eat chain pizza.
I really appreciate you coming through and talking and hanging out
great.
on the stoop.
Anytime,
this is home for you.
Damn right.
Stay in Brooklyn forever.
No doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Brooklyn forever.
No doubt.
Up next, Braff. So stick around. We can't talk about Comeback Kids without talking about Zach Braff. He spent nearly a decade playing JD on Scrubs. Now he's bringing us laughs on Alex Inc. We're talking about big dreams. Over here, Zach Braff talking about his new show, Alex Inc.
It's 4 a.m. and I am too excited to sleep. Tomorrow is my first official day as the boss of my new podcast company.
Will you please shut up?
Oh, sorry, honey. That's the person who was snoring earlier.
So he risks everything to make his dreams come true.
Yeah, it's based on a real podcast called Startup. And the guy decided in real life to quit his job and start a business with a wife and 2 kids, about to turn 40. And he said, I know nothing about starting this business, so I'm going to document everything. It's almost like a reality show in a podcast. You hear the arguments he has with his wife. You hear him pitching it to investors who were like, this is a horrible pitch. It's really amazing, and it was so fascinating that we optioned it and turned it into a family comedy for ABC.
Guys, this podcast about our lives only works if you ignore the microphone and just act like you normally act.
I'm no governor. I'm a British person.
Or do that.
For you personally, have you risked everything for a dream that you had?
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't have a wife and 2 kids, but I mean, when I made Garden State, I put everything on the line. No one wanted to make that movie, and I put myself out there, and everybody in Hollywood passed on it, and then it became this enormous success.
For the producers and the naysayers who didn't believe in your personal dream and didn't want to get behind your movie, have you seen them since?
I remember so many people after the success of Garden State going, oh, I wanted to make that movie so bad, but my boss...
And you played it off. You're just like, yeah, sure.
No, I mean, it felt good. It felt really. I was really proud of it, how well it came out.
I love that you're so excited to play, star, and executive direct, and you directed the pilot, right?
Yeah.
You're super hands-on. What
Yeah.
made you want to be a part of this?
You know, I wasn't even thinking about coming back to TV as an actor right away because I'd been directing, and I heard this podcast. The producer who sent it to me said, we think this would make a great family comedy. It kept coming up that everyone kept saying, you know, there's so much content that we all love and we're all binging on TV, but none of it you can watch with your kids.
Right.
And so I started to think, you know, where there's really a space is for these shows that are, you know, they're on right after dinner, before your kids go to sleep, and you kind of actually all watch together. You'll all find something funny in it.
I was on your Instagram, I was stalking you, and I saw you posted a picture of your TV wife, Tia, and there was a bunch of comments under it, and I remember a fan was like, oh, this is so great. Now you need to start working on your personal life. You need to get yourself a real wife. And I was like, oh my gosh, sheesh.
They're very invested.
They go in on your comments.
Oh my God, yeah. You can't read a lot of it, but yeah, people go crazy. Whenever I post anything with an appropriately aged woman, they're always like, why don't you marry her? Hashtag ship.
Yeah.
Which means, I guess you...
Relationship goals.
You root for those 2 people to be in a relationship. See? Now I know.
This is so cute. Do you ever care about the comments? You're like, yeah, maybe I'll settle down, or nah, it's cool. I like this life.
I think I would love to settle down, but not because of someone wrote it on my Instagram comments.
Can you imagine? Which, by the way, you have the best. I saw the picture of you recreating Beyonce, which is still one of my favorite photos. Have you seen Beyonce since you posted that?
You know, I did meet Beyonce and Jay-Z once. Yeah. Oh my God, look at this.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
God.
You lifted hands.
This is... Hey!
Oh my God, this is the best interview ever now.
Ever.
What a scary job to have.
We're on the 45th floor.
This is the 45th floor. I mean, they're tied in to that thing.
God.
But what happens if that thing falls?
It's over.
Oh man, now I'm gonna be anxious for the rest of this interview.
So Zach, we have questions in this beautiful mug right here. And all you have to do is pick out a question, read it to us, and tell us who left the question for you, because these have been left behind by celebrities and guests that have been here on the Stoop.
Now this person didn't leave it for me specifically.
No, it just...
I like to think they did, because it's from Deepak Chopra. What are you grateful for? I am so grateful for my family, because they're the most important thing to me. Now more than ever, as my parents get a little bit older, I'm so appreciative and grateful for all the support and love they've given me. Thank you, Deepak. Then he wrote also, Zach, so much of my spirituality has come from watching your art. I can't tell you how much Scrubs and Garden State have meant to me. Good luck with Alex Inc. I think it looks like the best show coming out on TV. Deepak, sweetheart.
Thank you. TV newcomer Inbar Lavi is constantly reinventing herself. And I mean literally. On Bravo's Imposters, she's the mistress of some pretty amazing disguises. Inbar, how are you?
I'm good, how are
Inbar
you?
Lavi. Did I say your last name?
Inbar Lavi.
When you were growing up in school, did they say your last name wrong all the time?
I grew up in Israel, so
they said it right.
They said it right.
Unlike us here.
Well, you're saying it in your own way,
Yeah.
and it's different, and I love it. The way you would really pronounce my name is, you don't even want to go there.
Wait, yes.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Inbar Lavi.
Inbar Lavi.
You see? You got it. Look at
that.
you go.
So now Imposters got renewed, second season.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you.
This is fun. So what are we going to expect in season 2?
Okay, so season 2 starts off with Maddie being exhausted from playing different people.
Right.
And she is determined to reclaim her life. And she finds out that's not going to be as easy as she thinks.
What is a normal life to you, Patty Johnson? Do tell.
I don't know, maybe something without lies and deceit.
Sounds boring.
Maddie.
Were there any looks that you really liked where you're just like, I remember dressing up like that. I remember wearing that.
Yeah, I had so many different great looks that I loved that we were so particular about putting it all together because you can really learn so much about a person just from, their appearance. And this season 2, I have a Marilyn moment, and I've always been such a fan. I'm really excited.
Did you take a bunch of selfies that day?
Oh my God, so many selfies.
Like, okay, this is cute, this is cute.
It's obscene. It's really embarrassing. It's so embarrassing.
How do you stay in shape?
I do Pilates, and I go hiking with my puppy all the time.
Okay, what's your puppy's name?
Chili. I met her at a shelter in Los Angeles, and she was pretty sad and sick, and I picked her up in my arms, and I felt better, and I feel like she felt better, and that was it. Love at first sight.
So cute. Yeah. What would be your ideal role?
I got really lucky with this character, man. I mean, I feel like I get to do that, so much of that with this show, because she is ever evolving. She changes all the time, so I get to play all these different women.
Does Maddie think that I would actually wear this? I look like Melania Trump at the Vatican.
I guess you wanted to see my pecs one last time. Really breathing this thing.
So we have Parker Young on the show,
right?
Who's fantastic. Have you seen him shirtless yet? Let's plug that in. You're welcome. So Parker Young is a super prankster. Right. He would scare the crap out of everyone. He would wait outside your trailer and then boo you, and then you're caught on camera for life. No, it's really funny. He's the best.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us
on
on
God,
Stoop.
thanks for having me, you guys.
Of course. That's all for now. Don't forget to keep the conversation going on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you want to see these interviews again, make sure you check us out on TalkStoopTV.com. All right, I'll see you next time.